Welcome back to another episode of Girl Take Note, the podcast for women who want to turn their passions into profits to build a life that they absolutely love. I'm so glad you guys are here. Today's episode is going to be a good one because we're diving into the question I hear a lot of the time, and I myself say that too. How do I know if my passion can actually be profitable? Now, this is continuing with our Passion to Profit series that we've been doing, and I love this series because it really kind of dives deep into our passions and what we really want to do with our lives and how we can make these profitable. So let's be honest. We all have something we love to do, but the real question is, can you turn it into a business? Can that thing that lights you up inside also pay the bills? Let's talk about it in this episode right now. This is Girl Take Note, a podcast for women who are looking to turn their dreams into reality. Okay, so first things first, let's define some terms. Passion is what energizes you. It's what you do for free just because it brings you joy. Profit is when you can generate income consistently from offering value to others. Now, here's the truth. Not every passion is meant to be monetized, and that's okay. That's not what we're talking about. But if we're wondering whether yours could be, here's a few key questions you can ask yourself to kind of help you determine if your passion can actually be profitable. So I'm going to give you 5 questions that you can really ask yourself. The first one is there a market for what? Is there a market for it? Who else out there is already doing something similar, and are people actually paying for it? That's a good one. And if it's yes, that's a good sign. Competition means there's a demand. It doesn't mean that, I can't do it. It just means there's a demand in the market for what you already have. So that's a good thing. So that's why you ask yourself that first question. Second question is that, are people already asking you for it? Do friends, coworkers, or your online community come to you for help, advice, or service in this area? And if that's true, that could be your passion trying to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey girl, look at me. We can make a business out of this. We can turn this into some money. So that's another good way. Third, you can ask can your passion solve a problem? That's what it is. Can your passion solve a problem? Because all businesses are built on solving problems. So can your passion help someone save time, feel better, make money, or get clarity around their life? Those are some questions you want to ask. Fourth question is, are you willing to learn the business side? Because being passionate alone is not going to be enough. You'll need to understand marketing, pricing, and systems. But don't worry, it's all learnable. You can definitely do it. But those are some of the things you're going to have to know, because passion is not just going to get you to profitability. It's not going to get you to the life that you want alone. You have to have some business acumen with it. Fifth is, can you stay committed even when it's not fun anymore? Running a passion-based business still means showing up on hard days. If you're in love with the impact more than the applause, then you've got something real. Right? But if you're in love with the applause, more you are the impact, then you're going to burn out pretty fast. It's not truly what you want. It's not truly your passion, right? So make sure that you're in it for the long run, because if it's going to be a business, you're going to have to treat it as such. You're going to have to get up and work at it. And sometimes the business part of our passion is not fun. It's not the thing that we want to do. It's the little mundane things, the little things that you have to consistently do to see your passion really come into fruition. So those are the little in the weed things that not everybody want to see. Everybody just want to see like the big grand thing that's happening. Nobody really wants to know that behind all this grand stuff that you see, behind this thing that you see in front of you, there's a lot of work behind it. Even when it comes to producing my podcast episodes, there's a lot of work that I do behind the scenes in order to get ready to sit here in front of you, in front of the camera, and deliver this episode to you. And then when the episode is done, there's still work that I have to do to make sure that it reaches my audience, that it reaches another audience of different people who might want to listen to this podcast. So you really have to love it, because it's going to come with things that you don't really want to do, things that you might not know how to do, but you can learn. Right? You might be in a place to hire people. You might not financially, but you have to make sure that you love it. Now, if you're nodding along, right, saying, yep, this is for me, and feeling a little fire inside, you might be onto something. And here's a few signs your passion might be profitable? Because that's the first question people want to know. Okay, but what is it profitable though? Can I really make money off of this? And here's a few signs. You get energized when you talk about it. When you talk about it, something just lights up in you and people see it. People can tell you, girl, you should be doing this as a business because you're so passionate about this. You should be doing this like full time. That's how you know, okay, this is a sign for me to turn this into a business, right? And second, if people are telling you, you should be charging for this. I've heard this so many times. Like, I'm really good at recreating visually. I'm a visual person. Let me say this. I'm a visual person. I can look at something visually and I can recreate it. Which is why I have a friend who's like, oh my God, you should start your own social media marketing company. You should start your own design company because you can do things. You could turn stuff into this and make it look so cool and professional, and people need that kind of service. So I have a friend that tells me all the time, girl, you should be charging for this. But it's not that thing that I'm really passionate about, right? It's just something I know how to do. And there's a difference between things that you just know how to do and something you're passionate about, right? Because doing all that kind of stuff doesn't like excite me. I do those things out of necessity, simply because I can't afford for nobody else to do it. And if I can help, I can show you a few things on how to do it too. That's what I know. So know the difference between just knowing how to do something because you're a quick learner or you're just quick with things, than actually being passionate about it. That's the difference. Next, you're already spending hours doing it without being paid. If you're already doing it, girl, you might as well start charging for it. If you're already throwing parties for friends and family, you might as well turn it into a business, because obviously you like it because you're willing to do it without getting paid. Turn it into a business. Also, if you're willing to keep showing up even when it's hard, because girl, it is going to be hard. Please understand, it is going to be hard. Turning your passion into something, your passion alone is not going to be like, oh, all of a sudden it's just going to be great. It's going to be easy peasy for me. Nothing is going to go wrong because I'm passionate about it. That's the complete opposite. It is going to have moments of hardship. It's going to have moments where you feel like, should I even be doing this? You're going to have moments of, I don't want to do this no more. You're going to have moments of, this is supposed to be my passion. I'm supposed to love it. Why is it getting so hard? Because when you start a business, that's the kind of thing that happens with coming along with a business. So I just want you to kind of be privy to that your passion alone is not going to do it. And just because you love it doesn't mean it's just going to be successful because of that. Remember that. Now, here's a girl take note moment, right? Here's a moment where I want you to take note. Purpose and profit are not enemies. When you align your heart with service, profits follows. And I want you to remember that, because that's what it is. It is not enemies. Purpose and profit are not enemies. You just have to align your heart with service and your profits will follow you. So I can hear people all the time say, oh, just do it for the fun and money will come. That is true. If you just align your heart with what you want people to learn, or you want to help people, or you want to inspire people, profits will automatically come. People will want to pay you for that. People will want to be a part of that, want to buy whatever you're selling because they believe in what you're doing, because you're so passionate about it. So don't be afraid to explore. Start small, test your idea. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Perfect is not what we want. Done is better than perfect. And that's the thing I've been saying a lot lately. Done is better than perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Your videos don't have to look the best, right? Done is better than perfect, because perfection kills dreams. Perfection is a form of procrastination. I really want you guys to remember that. Perfection is a form of procrastination. If you're that person who thinks everything has to be perfect, that means you're a procrastinator. That's all that means. You're waiting on this big moment for things to be perfect, thinking that that's when it's going to happen. Being perfect is just procrastination. And we don't want to procrastinate. We want to know that we have a passion that's really going to be able to earn income for us. That's going to be able to get us to that place where we can live the life we always dream of. Take our family on trips, even if you're looking for your passion just to give you a little side income, right? You're just saying, you know what, I'm passionate about this thing. I'm not trying to do it full time, but I like to do it on the side. And it just becomes your side hustle. That's good too, because you have this gift that you can actually charge for because you already love it. I see this kind of thing all the time, especially for people who like to plan parties. Like, I'm a person who likes to plan parties. I love decor. If you follow me on any of my other channel, which is I am Shani Sanders, I'm a home decor kind of girl. I'm a skincare kind of girl. Like I love that kind of stuff. And so I love to do parties. So when anybody in my family want to have a party, they always call me and be like, oh, I know you're going to do the decor. I know you're going to do all the event decor. I know you're going to plan it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm definitely going to do the event decor. The planning piece, I don't want to do. You guys, somebody else can do that. I just want to design it. So I'm that kind of person that will always do that kind of thing. And people say to me too, you should charge people for this. But once again, we got to know the difference. It's something that I like to do, but it's not something I'm passionate about. I just like to help my family. I like to see the decor and I like to plan stuff like that. I like do home decor. I like that kind of stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what I want to do. And home decor is something I truly love it. And maybe eventually I will get into some home decor items in terms of my brand with my Shani Sanders brand, but not really at this moment. Right now I'm focused on just building this podcast and doing something different. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you're good at designing event design, if you're good at hosting parties, people will tell you, girl, you should host other people's parties. You should really charge for this. You can help people plan events, trips. If you're the person in the family that plan all the big trips, you can turn that to a planning business, an event planning business. You can easily turn that to a business. So there's so many different things that we're all passionate about that people turn into businesses easily. So let's think about what we're really passionate about, what you really want to do. What is that passion, that one passion? Like we said, not all your passions are going to be profitable. Not all of them are going to get you to profitability, right? Not all of them are going to be that thing that puts you on the map. So you'll have to determine which one is it. And that's why today's episode kind of gives you a blueprint to go by, to questions to ask yourself, signs you need to look for to kind of recognize what that passion is that's going to be profitable for you. Because just because you can, I don't know, be the first one to recite lines in a movie, right? Memorize lines for a movie, doesn't mean that's what you're passionate about. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's going to be profitable unless you're looking to become an actress. Now, that's different. That's a different journey. So it's just those different things. Like we all have so many things that we're passionate about, but it doesn't mean each one of them are going to be profitable. And it doesn't mean each one is something that you want to do. So you have to really hone in and ask yourself the right questions. Now, this episode is all about how to identify a passion that's going to be profitable. And I want you to be able to sit down and really think this through. I don't want you to rush through this episode. I don't want you to rush through this process, because the main thing I really want you to understand is that whatever you choose to pursue as a business, it is going to come with some difficulty. It's going to come with some moments where you're going to feel like giving up. It's going to come with high and lows. You need to be in it for the long haul. I think too many times we're always looking for things to turn over quickly because social media, everything we see on social media, we think happens like that, right? And it doesn't. A lot of people who are big, successful content creators have been creating content for a long time. Some people who just got on and just started within a year, just kind of had that special sauce and it happened for them. Everybody's journey is different. So make sure you understand that whatever you choose to do, you have to be willing to go through the hard times with it. There have been so many times that I've been doing this podcast where I felt like, I don't want to do this no more. It's growing slow. It's not getting where I want it to be. But you know what? I do love it. I do like doing it. And although I stopped interviewing people for a while, simply because I'm trying to realign this podcast. I'm trying to redefine it, rebrand it, and do something different. And I'm going to bring back interviews very soon with other women, successful women. But sometimes we have to sit back and look at what we've created and see if it's going in the right direction. And that's what you have to do. So if you're already in something that you're passionate about, but it's not moving in the direction you think it should, it's okay to take a step back and reanalyze it, right? Analyze and say, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to do differently to really see this get to the next level? I think it's okay to do that. I really do. I don't think everything has to be figured out. I don't think you have to have all the answers, because you just don't. So let's normalize being able to take something we're passionate about, look at it, ask ourselves the questions, is this really truly what I want to do? And see if you're willing to go through the hard times. And if it's something that you're like, I haven't really seen too many people doing it, you might be the first one to start. But if you do see people doing it, and that's the other misconception I want us to tackle, is that just because you see other people doing it does not mean there's not room for you. We get in our mindset sometimes that it's too many people doing it. It's oversaturated. You know how many content creators there are? You know how many podcasts there are in this country? Like overall, in the world, I guess. But yet, there's still room for more. There's still room for you to carve out a space in this industry for yourself. So there's still room for you to make space, to take up space for yourself and what you love to do. My podcast is not for everybody, but it is for the right person who wants to listen. And that person I appreciate. I appreciate everyone who downloads the podcast every month, who listens, who interacts, who shares. I appreciate that so much. But I'm still doing it, although there's hundreds and thousands of podcasts out there. I'm still doing it anyway, no matter what. So don't think that something is oversaturated and you can't do it too, that you can't take up space in that arena, because you can. Now, if this episode stirs something in you, I love to hear about it. You can DM me, you can share the episode, or you can leave a review or comment under the video on YouTube. And that'll be so awesome to let us know how inspiring you. And if you're ready to start turning your passion into profit, don't worry. We're going to walk you through more of this on this journey, because we're in it together. Also, you can go ahead and get the link down below. We have a Passion to Profit guide that's kind of going to help you figure out things and figure out how to turn that passion to profit. Identify that passion, what you need. The guide that I created is really, really good. So make sure you guys download that. But as usual, until next time, just keep showing up, keep believing, and remember, your voice is valuable. Your gift is needed. That's what I want you to know. So I want you to remember, girl, you are worth everything. Put the work in for yourself. As much as you clock in for that 9 to 5, make sure you clock in for your dreams and your passion.